Hello, this is the Blonde Analyst, and we will be going over SOA Problem 1. Now, these are exam problems, and it's very beneficial to use these if you are planning to become an actuary. So, the first thing that we're going to be going over is a Venn diagram problem. Now, this is actually a triple Venn diagram problem with our three separate groups right here. And let's read the problem. So it says, a survey of a group's viewing habits over the last year revealed the following information. So we have our values here with the 28% watch gymnastics, 29 baseball, etc., etc. Now it's asking us to calculate the percentage of the group that watched none of the three sports. So with problems like these, you need to be very careful, because if you just add up all these percentages, they could give you a value that's greater than 100%. So first, we have our universe here, and then we have our triple Venn diagram. We'll label our first set G for gymnastics, B for baseball, and S for soccer. For triple Venn diagram problems, it is best to start backwards. So we have our 8% that watched all three. We'll have it here. Also, I'm going to go over the more algebraic approach for this problem, because this is the more Venn diagram approach if you like more visuals. So next, after this, we're going to go over these three, which are these three values here. Because we have our gymnastics and soccer, baseball and soccer, and gymnastics and baseball. But they overlap with the people that watched all three sports. Because if you watch gymnastics, baseball, and soccer, that means that you also happen to watch gymnastics and baseball. But we don't want the people that watched soccer as well, or baseball as well, or gymnastics as well. We don't want to double count this. So first, let's go over our gymnastics and soccer. So we have 10% that watched gymnastics and soccer, but 8% that watched all three. So we end up subtracting the two. We have 10% minus 8%, which is 2%. For soccer and baseball, we have 12% minus 8%, which is 4%. For gymnastics and baseball, we have 14% minus 8%, which is 6%. Now, let's find these values. So these values are the ones that only watch gymnastics, or only watched baseball, or only watched soccer. For that, we need to subtract our 28%, so our gymnastics, which is 28%, minus our 6%, minus our 8%, minus our 2%. Because, again, we don't want to overcount. We only want to find the value of people that watch the gymnastics only. So that will end up giving us 12%. For baseball, we have 29% minus 6% minus 8% minus 4%, which gives us 11%. And then for soccer, we end up doing the same. We add up these three values and subtract them from our 19%. And that ends up giving us 5%. Now the question asks for none of the three sports. So that's asking us for this value. So that is our universe minus the probability of G union B union S. Now, it can't be something that is greater than 100%. Our universe is just 100%. We add up all of these values here. So we have 12 plus 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 8 plus 6. And that ends up giving us a total of, so this is 100% minus 48%. That ends up giving us 52%. And if you want to check your work, for example, we could get something like our 28%. So that should be our 12 plus our 6 plus 8 plus 2. We want to check baseball, we do the same. So baseball, here, here, and here. And soccer should be here, here, here. And then we just go from there, and it should give you your values. And that is the Venn diagram approach to the problem. Now, something that may be easier for some people is the more algebraic approach. It just depends if you're more of a visual person or not. So our formula for triple Venn diagram, because we're trying to find none of the three. So first, let's try to find the three. Our formula, for example, for A union B union C is equal to probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of AB minus probability of BC minus probability of AC plus probability of ABC. Now, we're trying to find the complement of this because none of the three. So the complement would be 1 minus our 28% plus 29% plus our 19% minus 18% minus 12% minus 10% plus our 8%. This will probably be a quicker approach just for this problem, but it's not necessarily the best approach for every problem. I prefer the Venn diagram, but for this one, I probably prefer the algebraic approach. Now, if we sum up all of these values, we do 28 plus 9 plus 19 minus 14 minus 12 minus 10, 8. We get 1 minus 0.48 equal to 0.52. And that's our answer.